Hello, welcome to the Climb to 1800. Today is just past midnight, and to be honest, I'm feeling pretty darn tired. I don't know why, because this isn't that late for me, but can't promise top quality chess, but I can promise top quality effort. We are up against a 1704 from Germany, and we are going to be playing the Sicilian as per usual. By the way, I should mention that, Smith Morra Gambit. Oh god, I forgot what to do against I forgot what to do in Smith Morra. I think that to make this. Oh, okay. He just takes with the queen. Usually Smith Morra they offer the second pawn, and I'm actually glad that he didn't do that because that probably walks into a lot of theory. But instead of that he goes queen there. I've never played this position to be honest, so I'm assuming that the main move is knight to c6, but that's just because it looks normal. So let's just do it. Going to be trying to play this a bit solid since I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just play it in like a dragon sort of setup type of thing, where it's just super solid, fianchetto the light square bishop. And okay, so that's what happens. I could just play knight to f6 now, attacking this pawn. Then I could try going for a d5, and honestly, that seems like a pretty good plan. If I go here though, he might just pin me, so maybe I'll play g6 first. G6 can't really be wrong, I think. Because the fianchetto is pretty darn universal. Okay, that move actually lets me play d5 if I want to. Because obviously the queen isn't looking there anymore. It could go just takes, but then the knight goes over here. So I think that I might actually play knight to f6 now. Knight to f6 now. Because if he doesn't defend it, obviously I take it. And okay, so he does defend with his bishop, which makes sense, obviously. Now, even as early as now, I could play knight to e5, which honestly doesn't seem like a bad idea. It does not seem like a bad idea at all. I could also play d5 right now. e5 captures, looks totally reasonable. Except for the fact that that move does slightly allow ideas with the bishop going here. Because after after d5 takes. Oh no, because then after bishop here, I can just move back. I might be making this a bit more complicated than it has to be, though. Might be making this a little bit more complicated than it has to be. You know what? Let's try to punish him. I'm not sure what I'm punishing him for necessarily, but let's just do it. Wait, but if I play this... If I play this and he moves his bishop, like even say back all the way over here... Oh no, I am threatening to take, because if queen over here, then I'm just... Yeah, no. That's a decent move. Because if after he moves his light square bishop, which I assume he probably will do, and I take, after queen here, I can just capture this bishop. Okay, so he defends the pawn one more time with his knight. Makes total sense. I think that I'm just going to claim the light square bishop advantage and take. So let's just do it really quickly. No real reason to think, because I'm not going to change my mind on that. Now let's fianchetto the bishop. Actually, if I fianchetto, is he going to play e5? And if he does, am I afraid of it? Well, I certainly don't think I'm too afraid of it, but let's just play d6 first, just to be safe. No reason really not to. Keep up a little bit of the time pressure, because I am down a minute and a half. Okay, so he's getting pretty aggressive. I'm really not that worried, though. Especially since he's creating so many weaknesses of his own. And honestly, I might consider a move like bishop to h6 instead of the g7 idea. Is he gonna do this though? I really don't know. Slightly wishing that I would have played d5 on the last move, but it is what it is. I mean, his king just looks very unsafe, right? Like, even any ways that I can open up the queen look pretty promising right now. I can also just go here with my bishop, which I really like the look of. because obviously the light squared bishop is difficult to develop. Let's actually just do that. It's a tempo move anyway. And then if he goes over here, gives me the check, I can just move back with my bishop. And either way, I've earned a free tempo. Or actually, maybe I wouldn't even do that, because then my knight's a little bit uncomfortable if he plays e5. No, actually, because then it just takes, and I'm still fine. Definitely not super clear what my plans are long term, but we'll see what they are. We will see. Okay, I'm assuming that he's probably going to play this check. So before doing anything else, I want to play a6, so I have the option of just playing b5, especially since he's expanding on the king side. I'm not going to commit to castling, because, well, he isn't either. So yeah, let's play quickly. Let's play with confidence. Okay, so he is trying to kick out my bishop, which makes sense, of course. Do I want to trade? Trading probably benefits him more than me. So, but actually, now that I say that, since he's trying to get all cramped on the king side, why not eliminate one of his defenders? Because if I move this bishop, he can play g4, knight to g3. So on second thought, let's give this bishop up. Yeah. Then honestly, I can probably play e5. e5 will probably play this. Oh, I'm seeing so many cool moves. Are all looking almost possible, but not quite. Ooh, how about bishop to h5? Sorry, h6, followed by e5. Also looking at sacks, of course. I don't think anything really works yet, though. e6 is always reasonable. I'm just really worried of him doing this, but I'm not even sure why I am so worried, because it's not like I've castled yet, anyway. No, let's get the bishop on this diagonal, though. Which one? Actually, to be honest, this diagonal looks a little bit juicier, aside from the fact that he actually starts to threaten the fork with tempo. So let's not allow him to threaten the fork with tempo. Let's just play bishop to g7. I'm assuming he's probably going to play g4, but I'm honestly not super afraid of it since I haven't castled. Yeah, that move makes sense. That's actually one move I was a little bit worried about. I don't know why I played bishop to g7 without thinking about it more, because now obviously I can't move my knight without losing my bishop. However, I could even just go back to h6 even. Or e6. e5 doesn't work anymore, obviously, because of this stuff. You know what? Let's just build up some pressure on the open diagonal. Actually, let's play queen to b6 with the idea of castling long, actually. Castling long, I control this diagonal. I feel like this is a very reasonable move. Or b5 first. No, because if I'm going to castle long, I want to keep some ideas open. Yeah, let's play queen to b6. Actually, queen to b6 is probably a bad move. It gives me the check. I'm not too mad about it, though. I can even offer the queen trade right now. The queen trade right now is actually probably the strongest move. Because if he takes, I have a pretty strong pawn center. I open up the b file, and my king finds refuge in the center of the board. So let's do it. I have a feeling he won't accept it, though. Because he feels like he has an attack brewing. And if they feel like they have an attack... Okay, never mind. Forget everything I said. Maybe I even do castle long now. Because... Oh, by the way, I can also just play knight to g5, I should mention. If I castle long, he probably does this. But now that he's castled on that side, I'm actually not super afraid of it anymore. Afraid of his pawn advancements. Yeah, I'm not feeling the worry. So, wait, do I go in the center or do I castle? I think that oh, this is a hard decision actually. This is really difficult. Castle or I'm gonna make a king move, but king to e7 or castles. You know what? You know what? Let's do it. I want to attack him. I don't want him attacking me. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, that was a bad move. He has e5. e5. Yeah, e5 is strong. e5 is very strong now. But if he doesn't play e5 now, then I should be totally fine. But yeah, king to d7 was very premature because it isn't close enough to an endgame quite yet, I think. Yeah, that wasn't the best move, but it isn't the worst either. Okay, he's looking for the knight jump, but does that have any tactics now? Because I have moves like this. I don't think it. I don't think I have any tactics, unfortunately. And if I play c5, his idea is probably just to move back over here, where his knight's actually a little bit better positioned anyway. Oh, but knight over here looks pretty decent. Knight to h5 now looks pretty decent because offering this. Opponent's playing well. No time spent at all. Or maybe that's a bad thing. I don't know. I'm not totally sure. Yeah, this is a little bit confusing for me. I take back anything I said about knight over there. You know what? Honestly, let's just get my rook on the same file as their king and think later. I'm also just protecting this bishop because I really hated having it hanging and having my rook on the same line of attack as this. Okay. And I think we just... I mean, I'm not sure what I meant to really do right now. I guess I can play h5 myself, starting my kingside advancement. I don't know why I play that so quickly, but I just wanted to stop g4. So I guess I guess I do know why, in hindsight. I guess that is the reason. Although maybe I should have kept that open for my knight. But no, if my knight gets over here, then after the takes, my knight's actually trapped. Yeah. Well, no. Okay, that move... Okay, wait a minute. My spidey senses are going off. That move does not look good. And I think I found out why. I think that it blunders... Or not blunders, but I think that it's a mistake because of knight to d5. Then after takes... I take here. Yeah. Yeah, it's a mistake because of knight d5. I'm pretty confident. Because now I'm threatening this bishop. And if he moves his bishop over here... Okay, so he just gives me the bishop pair. I mean, I'm going to take it. Now I could just move forward, but why would I do that when my bishop pair is so close to activating? Or not my bishop pair, but my dark square bishop. Yeah, if I do this, I'm killing my own bishop. I don't want to do that. But I don't think that I want to take either. I think that I want to let this tension build for one more move. Because if he takes, then I'm activated. I'm happy. If he pushes, my bishop is activated. Again, I'm happy. If he plays this, though, that might be a bit bad. Wait, if I wait one move, does he just consolidate after? No, because I probably have c5 of my own. Yeah, I think I overlooked. Or I could sack a pawn for this pawn. But no, because after this takes, he has takes. Maybe takes is better. Takes. Takes c5? No, or c5. No, I think c5 right now is the right play. And then if he doesn't, no, but what if he doesn't let me activate my dark square bishop? Takes c5. That sounds right. No, takes c5 is wrong because that actually blunders a pawn. That blunders this pawn. Yeah. On second thought, let's just centralize this rook. Sorry for so much thought for a nothing burger, but it is what it is. I'm not realizing that a5 was a much better move, but because I can't push a5 because of his knight, but you know how it is. Yeah, and he plays the move I was slightly worried about. I think that I can let this pressure build for a moment. If I play this move, that's a mistake, because obviously that just blunders. I am wondering, though, is this move okay? I think that a5 is a good move. a5 is a very good move, because if he takes, then I play a rook a8, attacking his knight, and this pawn. So I basically clear open the path for my pieces by sacking a pawn. But it's not really a sack, because I'm about to get it back. Well, that looks nice. Let's do it. Let's do it. You know I like exciting chess. I say as I just leave playing Caro-Kann, the most solid opening besides the Catalan. The Catalan, which, by the way, I also used to play the Catalan, so... Yeah, I used to be a very kind of boring player. And I guess I still am, compared to a lot of people, but I'm getting more and more interesting as a chess player, I like to think. And I am down to 5 minutes. Opponent has over 15. Well, okay, he takes. Okay, let's just play my idea. Let's play my idea. No reason to think when I'm already sure of what I'm going to do. And then, after takes here, hopefully I'm getting in. After I bring my other rook to d8, hopefully. If he lets me, that is. But I need to activate my dark square bishop at all costs. Yeah, I think that I have chances. I think I have chances. Yeah, he moves back, of course. Yeah, let's just take. Okay, he wants to trade. Obviously, I don't really want to trade, because that would give him the open file. So let's put my rook over here. Oh, now... No. Now if he plays this, though, I don't take with the pawn. Oh, wait, yes. Well, what am I talking about? I was thinking that his rook gets into f7, but I forgot that his own pawn is in the way, so take that back. Why did he put his king on the file with his... Takes, comes with check, so that doesn't really work. I could just take... I could just try to play the super long game, and since my king is more centralized, that should be decent for me. Oh, or I could play this, but that doesn't really do much because... You know what? I'm down a lot of time, so I feel like it actually might be in my interest to trade everything. Then take, push here. Okay, I have a plan. Takes, c5. Let's do it. And if he takes with the knight, that just looks dumb. I don't believe him that taking... Yeah, okay, so there. Okay, no reason to start playing super fast, but I think that takes is good, because then after takes, I play c5. Takes, if he takes this way, then I play f6. So yeah. And c5. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected. Because I thought that he wouldn't want to admit to having a bad pawn structure. But now after taking... He's definitely going to take with the pawn, obviously. But I feel like my king is just so close. Yeah, my king is just so close, right? Wait, here, here, here. Yeah, I mean, I'm just first. Right? At least it looks like I am. However, I have to be careful not to let his king get in super close to me. That being said, that's unlikely um since my bishop protects these two squares. So yeah, let's go up here. Now he's gonna lose this pawn, I think. Right? I mean, I can't really see any other way of him. Oh, he can go here. Then after it takes, he actually has this fork. And then he takes this pawn. But then I take this pawn. So net, I am still up. I think. It's actually not as clear as I thought it was. It's not as clear as I thought it was at all. If he goes knight to a4, I'm going to have to sit back and calculate quite a bit. Because after it takes, this fork could be devastating. Wait. Here takes, fork, moves down, takes. The problem is that after I take here, his king's actually coming in. No, but then I attack him again. I mean, I attack his knight. And it looks like I'm up a pawn, and his king might be a little bit close to my pawns, but I don't think that is the biggest deal in the world. Look at me with all my arrows. And if he moves his knight anywhere else, obviously that's just... I'm up a pawn. Opponent is finally under 14 minutes. I also have to wake up at 10 a.m. I was going to say tomorrow, but I guess it's today now, which doesn't sound late, and it isn't late to most people. But I go to sleep so late nowadays because it's still summer for me, so that's pretty early for me, so hopefully I can get this game wrapped up in one way or another pretty soon. Yeah, if he plays this check, takes, check, king d5, takes, check, king in. Oh, he goes over there instead. What? Now after I take this, it comes with an attack on the knight. Where does he go after that? Here? Oh, I guess his idea is that he protects this pawn afterwards, but... It's funny, this almost works, but he can take with the pawn. Yeah, let's just take the pawn, right? Yeah, I mean, that's his whole idea. Don't I just go down, though, and then I just kick out his knight? If I go down here, does he have anywhere? No, his knight doesn't get in. His knight doesn't get in. So, I mean, yeah, let's just go down, right? Please don't be missing anything. I don't think I am. This game, I mean, it's nowhere near over, but I mean, even so far, it's turned out to be slightly less interesting than I thought it would be, given that it was a Sicilian. But sometimes that happens. That's okay. I mean, he gives me that check, but he doesn't have any more checks after this. I mean, he can still keep on defending it, but... Where do I go, actually? If I go up here, he's just going to come back down here. If I go down here, he's going to defend it from up here. At some point, I'm just going to have to break with f6. If I go here, he goes up here. Then here. Wait a minute. That's actually a good question. Here to here to here to there. Okay, yeah, so we can't always defend that pawn pretty much. I was trying to find ways around it, but there's really no getting around it. Here to there. Wait a minute. Did I just find it? Here to there, he defends it. Then here to there. Then back here. Here, there. Here. There. Here. That looks right. Wait, let's... Boom, boom. Boom. Can't really go anywhere. Then I come in over here. Okay. I'm pretty sure this is right. And I am down to 3 minutes, but I should be able to pick up the speed pretty soon because it's getting simpler and simpler. And by the way, if I can't get this pawn, and I will just go up here. If I can't end up getting this pawn, then I'm just going to, at some point, break with f6. And then I should still be a pawn up, but I'm trying to be 2 pawns up. 2 pawns up is always better than 1 pawn up, right? Yeah, but now I go here, and what does he do? He doesn't even have any checks anymore. Oh. I forgot he had that. Okay, well, it looks like I'm just going to have to break with f6 after all. Wait a minute. This check, where does he go? He goes up here. Okay, well, giving this check can't hurt. It just forces him away from the center of where things are happening. Unfortunately, I can't force his knight out or fork him like this or anything. But I can walk up. Walking up seems right. Oh, walking up, then I go like this. Yes. See, good things happen when you bring the king in. Good things happen when you bring in the king. You have to be careful not to get forked by any knights, obviously. Like if I go up here, he's just gonna... Wait a minute, if I go up here, then what? Wait, here? Does he have anything? Here, check, I just take the pawn. Right? Maybe it was safer to go back to g6, but I can't imagine it making too much of a difference. Yeah, I mean, now I just go and take this. Okay, so I did make a mistake. I'm not sure it was super avoidable though, so it's okay. I mean, yeah, he's gonna get that pawn back, but it is what it is. Can I trap his knight at all, by the way? I don't believe so, because he has this square. If he didn't have that square, it might be possible. Wait, actually? If I go here, if I go there, and then I go here, his only square is there. Then I go there, his knight's trapped. You know what? Let's try it. It's worth a try, right? I mean, either way, his knight's dominated, which can't be a bad thing, really. Yeah, he's gonna have a hard time getting it out. And he can try to start throwing pawns, but I really don't see how he avoids it in the long... Oh, I forgot that he has h6. Never mind. I'm stupid. Yeah, he has h6. Unless I play g5 first. Because then I would have king to g6. But then he... Yeah, if he lets me... If he... I think that his only move to stay in... Guys... g6, no matter what... This, there... No, because... You know, never mind. I'm not sure that this trap actually works. Here... There... Wait a minute. Here, there, here, then where does it go? Here, there... Here... Yeah, it's still trapped. Never mind. Yeah, he's still trapped. Yeah, I thought he wasn't for a second, but he still is. Yeah, I think that he had to play h4. Yeah, I mean, but now I just play this, right? Where does he go? Nowhere is the answer. He's gonna have to try to get a. He's gonna have to get a pawn for it at least, but the pawns will be doubled after that too. So, yes, looking promising for me, for sure. I don't think that was even the right way to do that because now he's not gonna win a pawn. Okay, let's take with the king, keep our pawns as close together as possible. Now we're just going to go up here and we're just going to win. And we're not even going to give him the satisfaction of taking this. Actually, why not? Let's make sure that we aren't stalemating. Yeah, we aren't. Okay. You can take my bishop. That's almost your only move. Okay, every single move, I'm going to do a check to make sure that he has moves. If I go here, he does have a move and it's there. And checkmate. Let's go. By the way, if I wanted to be super toxic, I could have done this and then that. Or just this, I guess, is also mate. But let's go back to up to 1688. Pretty solid game. Let's go to game review and see what was poppin'. By the way, the reason he lost that, aside from the obvious moves that were made, was the fact that he literally didn't use any time. Like, he had 15 minutes remaining, basically the entire game. Guys, use your time. We're playing 15-10 for a reason. And another 2300 rated performance at over 90% accuracy. Feels great. Feels great. Alright, let's just game review. Again, I really didn't know this opening, but I just kind of made moves that looked right, and they turned out okay. Well, yeah, I did say that I should play d5, didn't I? I don't know why I didn't play the move after saying I should play it. But I guess this is kind of fine. I should have grabbed space on the... Wait, if I play this, doesn't he just take it, though? I will never understand why just randomly sacking that piece is good. He can just go straight back, right? Guess I gave up a piece for like a little bit of development. I would never do that in a game. All this is okay. Takes his... Yeah, taking the knight is correct. I'm very glad that I took it. Because I feel like, you know, I mean, he was building this massive pawn push. Taking the pawn basically eliminates most of his attack. Queen b6 is fine. It wasn't the best move. Should have played b5. The reason I didn't play b5 was because I was kind of considering castling long, but I ended up not doing that anyway. Yeah, and then this queen trade gives me full equality. As they say in the Sicilian, if you achieve equality, you're close to being better. I don't think we're talking about this specific Sicilian, but that's okay. Alright, all moves here are fine. Yes! I'm so happy that knight to d5 was the only move that gives black an advantage. I'm so happy I found knight d5. I know it's not that hard to find, but I found it in the moment. I was like, this is the move that gives you an advantage, and I was correct, and it did. Except, oh my god, I wish I hadn't said that now, because the entire reason that it was good... I gave up that pretty much the entire advantage after I messed up. Should have played f5. I have no idea why. It looks like it just shuts out my own bishop. Okay, I don't understand that move. What I did was okay. I feel like practically this is the move that makes the most sense for me. I'm glad that I found a5. Wasn't the best, but it's basically equal to the best, so. Rook to a8. He goes back, takes. And here I sensed that I had chances here. Because I had already evaluated that this endgame was good for me because I had my king so much closer to the center of the board. And look, his knight's in the very corner, his king is in the corner. My pieces are centralized. I knew that this was a good endgame for me, and I'm happy that I was right. Instead of this, he should have just taken. I guess that's a hard move to make though, because it looks like my rook is getting in, it's infiltrating, but that's kind of, I guess that's what he had to do. Well, it's not what he had to do. He also had, apparently, I'm just looking at the moves here. He also had g4. He also had ex, d6, g3. Yeah, actually, come to think of it, this move, even though it says the computer is the best, I feel like g4 makes a lot more sense. Why would you give up the file? Although, yeah, I don't know. Well, I guess that the point is that I still take the rook after this. No, I don't. Well, I can, but f5 is better. I don't know why f5 is so good in this position. Like, if you're still watching, can you please explain to me why f5 is good in both the last time it was good and here? Because I really don't get it. Takes. I immediately gave up my advantage. I had to bring my king closer first. I guess that makes sense. I rushed it, though. c5 was fine. I should have, again, brought my king closer via e6. Taking is fine. Finally, I bring my king closer. Should have apparently done bishop h6 first, which does make sense. I guess that the point is that you're kind of cutting off the king. All this happens, and he blunders terribly, but I miss. Oh no, I don't miss it. I take the pawn. Yeah. Wait, what was he meant to do to keep the pawn though? Like, what could he have done? This check, but then I take it anyway. Oh, but then the point is that. But isn't this what happened? Wait, isn't that what happened? Wait. Oh, no. Oh, no. What am I talking about? I was calculating if he went knight to a5, in which case I would have taken here, 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 and I thought that I was doing fine. And that's fully equal. Okay, yeah, so that's what I calculated could have happening. He blundered. And yeah, okay, I'm now remembering. I said that he should go knight to a5. I was correct. That was his only move. Instead, instead he gives me a pawn, and now comes a long, drawn-out position. I'm glad that I found the moves to kick out his knight. Although bishop h6 check. Oh my god, I missed bishop h6 check here. Wow. Can't believe I missed bishop h6 check there. The game was over, but I missed it. Yeah, I fully missed that. A bit annoyed that I missed that. I should never miss a move like that. But what I played was fine. I mean, I'm still obviously winning this. It's just, I can mess this up now. Yes! Bishop to c7 was the best move. The point is that you're cutting off the knight's only escape. And now yeah, that's a terrible move. Again, I told him that he had to play h4 to keep the move g5, knight to g5 available. I'm basically telling him all of the moves he has to play, and he didn't play them. Instead, he does this, and he gets his knight trapped. And then he, honestly, if I were him, I would definitely go up here, at least, if I'm losing a pawn anyway, so that I can get a pawn for it, at least. But that's not what he did. I mean, it's fully lost anyway, but this happens. And, I mean, I took the pawn. It's also totally fine to defend this first. But honestly, it's not worth the risk. It's not worth the hassle. If you can get rid of the pawn, it's honestly easier to win, not harder. Wait. You know that you're winning when the move literally 2 steps away from unstoppable queening isn't an inaccuracy. Okay, technically I guess king g2 is better because of some obscure mate in 11. I'm not going to fault myself for that type of stuff ever, really, until I get much better, maybe, but even then probably not. I offered him to take the bishop for free. I kind of knew that it was better to not do that, but this is probably fine too. Yeah, that's mate in 4. Mate in 3 is over here, even faster. let's see, then here, and his only move is like there, and then checkmate. But the point still remains. I mean, once it gets to here, it doesn't really matter what I do as long as I don't stalemate. He doesn't take it. Then here, there, queen to d2. By the way, it is worth noting, it is pretty easy to stalemate here. For example, if I try to move my king in closer, stalemate. If I move my bishop anywhere, stalemate. But, you know, we're close to 1700. We're not going to make that mistake. Force move and mate. Our opponent's probably pretty mad. Brought him back under 1700. I'm sure that if he takes more time in his next few games, he'll probably get back above it. Look at this. Very end of the game, 14 minutes, 31 seconds. We started with 15 minutes. Like, there's no reason to be playing like this. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye-bye.